Hey guys, welcome back. Um, I guess I have 2 more days, and I have a lot more notes. So I'll try to go through my last notes for the book today, and then I'll try to start some other stuff. Okay, I guess I wanted to sell some stuff to the Nookmeister. Show me what you got. It seemed important that he described. That's pretty good. He gave a definition for a hero, and I wrote it down, but I have no idea what it means. A hero is has self-achieved submission. Do you know what that means? I don't. I guess I can sell this stuff. For survival, he said we need continual rebirth. Not the good old days, but death of the old leads to rebirth of the new. Do I have anything interesting to add to that? I guess that is interesting. I can't think of. I was thinking of something when I was reading that, but I can't really remember it. I guess he meant for like survival of the species, like our we need to continually go through rebirth, mythologically, but it doesn't mean like a return to the good old days. It means something new. But he also said like not looking to like a perceived future, like a futurology of it was interesting the way he described it, but I don't know, I guess read the book and I can't describe it well. Let's do some more errands. I talked about how yesterday, like how I think I might value science too much, but I think it is, and how I don't have maybe enough mythology in my life about like a way to cope with uncertainty and like the unknown, as a way to cope with the uncertainty. But then I think, well, humanity is getting more scientific as it progresses, and it feels like it's leading to less conflict. Like, a lot of the reason people go to war is because of these. One group has a certain mythology, and another group has a different mythology, and they're like, they can't coexist because you can't, like, there's no science involved. You can't like test and be like, okay, we can all agree on a certain thing. It's like, no, our God is right, and they're like, well, our God is right. So I mean, there's no way to resolve that. Let's put some stuff in our house. So I think the only solution there is to like be, okay, let's focus as a society on science and progressing the species that way. And then personally, you have to have your own mythology, and your own religion, I guess, to cope with like unknowable things like death and why are we here, what am I doing, why am I doing anything that I'm doing. Science isn't going to help you there. But for you to also extend your coping to other people and to be like, if you're not coping the same way I'm coping, then you're being sinful and you have to stop. That is bad, I think. What did I just do? I want to just go in my house. Save and continue, please. I guess that was it. I guess I feel like I don't... most people's mythology and like how they cope with the unknown is obviously religion. I don't have enough religion in my life to cope with those things, I feel like. I'm not sure how to maybe involve more religion. I guess what I do is I a little bit like I substitute movies and TV with religion, and in a mythology way, not like in a this is how the earth was created, and I guess I don't really know how to explain it yet. Hopefully this book can help me explain it more. That guy gave me something to deliver and I just stole it. Pierce. But I do like the Bible stories, and I do get a lot from them. But when I do think about like who I am and like am I a good person, I'll think about myself in the context of like a movie. Like if I was the protagonist, would the audience root for me or would they like me? I don't really think about like Bible stories and be like, oh, David did this, so and the story of David or the story of Daniel in the lion's den teaches us this, so I have to act this way. I don't really do that. Maybe I do. I don't know. I'm getting a little eating my own tail here, so I have to kind of move on. I wanted to talk about therapy because I went on Wednesday and it didn't really go very well. But I mean, I'm still kind of stressed about all this therapy stuff, and like I have to find a new therapist and I have to find a new job. I guess I had a pretty tough day today, but when I got home I was feeling good. I guess it ended well. Like I didn't leave anything hanging. Today's Friday. Sometimes you leave stuff hanging on Friday and it's like, oh. Now this whole weekend I have to worry about doing this thing on Monday. So I didn't do that, which is why maybe I feel better. Do I have time to get... No, I don't think so. I'll just do it tomorrow. I had a little weird note about... I was watching a little bit of the impeachment stuff. Oh, my knees. And I guess I was just watching Adam Schiff give a speech. And I was thinking about... I guess it was a decent speech. I guess I don't know how to explain it. It's like it was in very layman's terms, like anybody could understand what it was saying. And I was thinking about like old speeches in Congress, how like they talk so much different, like so much more proper. And I guess my immediate reactions be like, oh, it's bad. Like we're all stupid now. Like everybody talks like the lowest common denominator, and that's the gut reaction. But I guess my second reaction is like, okay, I understand why it's happened, because it used to be that only rich white people could vote, and so Congress was appealing to those people, and rich white people liked to talk like that, and they respected people who talk like that. So if you didn't talk like that, people wouldn't respect you, and you wouldn't get votes. But now anybody pretty much can vote. So Congress has to appeal to everybody. They have to make sure everybody understands what they're saying. My throat just started hurting. So that's a good thing, right? That like everybody can vote. It's good to have. Is it better to be like in layman's terms, or is it better to have those speeches be like, have all this pomp and be like all blustery and like, hereforth on this day, I don't know how to talk like that, but is there any value in that? If you're saying the same thing, I guess not. But it does feel nice, especially when you agree with what the person's saying. Like sometimes I'll hear like a quote from Abraham Lincoln, and he'll be saying this really cool, smart thing in like this really interesting way. And you'll be like, well, nobody writes letters like these anymore. Like, I wish we had an Abraham Lincoln. But, what's this? I can't have any soup. It's interesting how igloos don't melt. That's probably a stupid thought, but I never thought of it before. Are there usually fires in igloos? I think so. When this game came out, I was gonna say something dumb. I guess I just thought like, it's interesting how they programmed stuff into the game that wouldn't happen until a year later, but you can just change the calendar if you want. But like the game came out, I don't know, summer of 2001, and nobody who plays the game could experience anything that happened in winter until 6 months later. So they had to program that stuff, but you could just skip there if you wanted to. So not as interesting as I thought. Okay. I hope I don't look weird when I'm slouching. Okay. See you tomorrow.